hey, I've got some great news, some unexpected news, and I want to share it with you. And I also want to share with you my thoughts over the next 12 to 13 minutes in this 5-minute quickie that's always 10 to 12 minutes. So just relax, come and talk with me. Let's just share some thoughts together. I think you'll find it really interesting. But that news, that was special. Have a listen.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hi, my little unpluggers. Hey, I wanted to have a chat. Have you got 5 minutes just for a chat? Because I wanted to, have a chat about where this Personal Development Unplugged podcast goes. Where is the next part of our adventure together? So I wanted to have a chat with you about that. Basically, just think out loud maybe. Get my thoughts together with you. But one of the things I just found out, which is awesome news, there was a thing by some people called FeedSpot. They look at all different podcasts and they put together the best 15 personal development and self-improvement podcasts. The best 15. And do you know what? We came in at number 2. And that's awesome because it's based on things such as Google reputation and Google search ranking. Now, I'm not quite sure where I get into that. Influence and popularity on Facebook and Twitter. Well, we don't do Facebook other than my own personal page. Quality and consistency of pods, well, we're there with that, aren't we? But also it was done by their editorial team and expert reviews. And I think that's where it comes from. So, isn't it awesome that you and I have created something which is doing some good to the world? I knew it was, but this is like a bit of recognition for it. So that's awesome. So thank you. Thank you for doing this together. But anyway, what's the chat about? What's the chat about? You see, a long time ago when we first started this podcast, it was just one podcast. And the equipment I was using was pretty ropey. But we persisted and we've increased the type of equipment, the place that I'm recording in. I've just now got a brand new mic. It's cost me a fortune, but it's so much better. And I think you'll find the HYPNOSIS tracks will be that much more, well, they're just going to be so brilliant. Then we changed to the 5-minute quickie, and I love the 5-minute quickie. It was originally going to be a 5-minute podcast just to give you a tip. But I just thought that was like a little bit commercial. I love the name, by the way, 5-minute quickie. It's just something I'm going to keep anyway. But those 5-minute quickies have now expanded to between 10 and 15 minutes. Because I think they need to have substance. They need to be real. And they need to be able or enable us to do things. So if it's okay with you, I want to keep the 5-minute quickie, keep it at 10 to 15 minutes, and keep it useful to dive deeper into the subjects that I know and you know are going to help us or our friends, our community. I want to dive deeper and really emphasize even more on the how-tos, because I'm more and more convinced the more I see and hear. So many people will tell you the what, even sometimes the why. A lot of people even forget the why, but they do the whats, but don't tell you the hows. We can't model them. They don't give us an opportunity. Well, we can model them because I'm going to model them, but they don't give you the model. They don't give you the protocol. They don't give you the process. They just give you the goal in mind. And I want to go through that and find out all those steps along the way and then condense it down into the most simplest steps so you and I can follow them. That's where I'm looking to go. And I want your thoughts on that. I think it's the right way to go because I want this all to be about creating that closer connection. A closer connection with you and a closer connection with, the people that we meet. Which means, somehow with that connection, I want you to help lead the direction where we're going, the topics that we're going to talk about and explore together. And that means looking to share, care and support. And to share, care and support, I'm looking for your feedback. Now, you know I've got the Personal Development Unplugged podcast. Well, I'll rewind that. I have a website called personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. And that's where all the latest episodes of this podcast are uploaded. So you can always go there and get them and download them there. However, there's a feedback page there. And it basically goes through to an email address called feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. And I'd love your feedback of your successes, what you're grateful for, where you'd like to explore, what you'd like to explore, the type of topics you'd like to discuss, dive deeper into, maybe some issues that you have or you want to find out for a friend. We've all got a friend who needs help. So those type of things. So with that feedback, we can get it more and more personal. So this community is then working for each other. And I know then by doing that, with this integrated field of learning that I keep banging on about, we're going to make a difference. And I know that with those type of topics that you're going to bring up, we'll be able to find processes, protocols, whatever you want to call them, techniques through hypnosis, NLP, timeline therapy, that are really going to make a difference to us, to you, to me, and everything else, and everyone else. And even with the longer podcasts, have you noticed they're getting a little longer? And I hope that's okay with you. I don't mean to make them longer, but I just get involved with it. So I want to expand upon those as well. Get some real meaningful subjects. Things like depression, because depression hits everybody. Depression can affect everybody. Doesn't matter what you've got. Doesn't matter how much money you've got, how little money you've got, how whatever your life is. Depression, loneliness, anxiety, fears, they don't target different types of people. They just happen. So I want to start looking at those in a more deeper way, looking at the way I've worked with clients to give you some examples of what's possible, because I just know when I talk to people and I say, hypnotherapy, hypnosis, NLP can probably help with that. And they go, really? Oh, I thought it was just for smoking or weight loss. Those two are like side effects, because we don't deal with the effect. Not here anyway. So many people just deal with effects. And I want to deal with the creations of those problems, the core issues of those problems. And when we get to the core, the root cause, that's when we can change immensely. And we don't have to do big things to change. You just got to find that root cause, focus down. So I want to dive deeper into that so you can understand how you can do it too. So if it ever happens, you know that you can start to change in a way that will be easy, be comfortable, and you've got support here for you. So, I want to offer that, make it a little different, so we can explore, create, and be curious about things that are happening to us, to other people. And so we've got this wonderful foundation, because with that strong foundation and the bricks of all these processes, we can start to build a wonderful adventure. Therefore, we can create the goals. We can support you. I can support you on your goals. Not just have them as wishes that just disappear, but they're goals that will come to fruition. And they'll come to fruition quicker than you could think possible, easier than you thought ever possible, and bigger and better and brighter, more colourful, with wonderful surround sound and feelings that are just going to pop. Wow. That's what I aim to do. And most of all, I want to keep this podcast growing with new ideas. And new ideas will come to me, but I'd love, again, your feedback on new ideas. Anything you think may be possible that we can just allow this podcast to get even richer. Because that thing I spoke about right at the beginning, that being listed in the top 15 personal development podcasts, is immense to me. It came as a surprise. I didn't even know it was there until I looked on a Twitter feed of mine. And that's awesome. So let's make it even better, even richer. Let's be part of this community of personal development, not just ourselves, but influencing other people. Because that'll be awesome. There'll be different things going on as well. I'll talk about those at another time, because I just want to talk about how we can continue to set a standard that is higher than we, put the bar right up there and then succeed. Let's jump over that bar and then put it up higher and higher again. When we do that, I know we're going to create something very, very special together. So, hey, join in with the feedback. Join in with the free hypnosis, because even putting your email there will be not a newsletter, but I'm going to look to give different things through that as well to you directly, because by being part of this community, I want you to be able to partake in other things, which are just for you, because you have, stepped forward, taken the responsibility. You have become a member of this community, not just by listening, not just by paying it forward, sharing it to other people. And that's what we're going to do, isn't it? We've got to, pay what we learn forward and share with everybody. So share this podcast. Let's make it bigger, richer. Let's have more fun than we can stand. Anyway, I hope that little chat, which ended up being quite a long chat, didn't it, is something that excites you as much as it excites me. I wonder where we can go with this. And where would you like to go with your goals, your dreams, your aspirations? How far could you go? And with that wonderful question, if it was easy, what would you do? If you could only be successful, what action would you take towards your dreams? What dreams would you then start locking onto? Getting that focus of attention, get it in that sight, that trigger sight, hair trigger sight, and go, this is where I'm going. I wonder. So let's have a wonder together and just do what we need to do. But let's get it on, okay? So that's the start of this new year. So let's just mull that over cups of coffee as two good friends, just mulling and making a difference in the world. Okay. So until next time, I'll speak to you real soon. Bye-bye now.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.